Greetings, my beautiful child. Yeah, how y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling? I hope it's high. I hope you're feeling real high today. You ain't talking about no heat, even though I do be blowing it down too. But I am the goddess Misha. I am the host, and this is my show, Flow with Intention. And it's kind of in the title what we're gonna do here. However, I will go over it. I touch on it, and then you feel the energy as we go on. But basically, we're gonna, if you flow with me, anytime, any day, any space. Because I was gonna do like set times for my episodes, but then sometimes like stuff be coming to me so heavy, like in the present. It's like I don't have time to record. I don't have time to write it down. The only thing I can do is just think back on, how it came to me. So sometimes I'm just gonna hop on real quick while I'm in that mode, and I'm gonna try to forget I'm in being recorded because I don't know. It kind of maybe takes away from that, you know, feeling of it just being you and the Most High. But anyways, yeah. We're gonna definitely make sure we flow with intention around here because it's so easy to get caught up in these different cycles that are not beneficial, and we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We don't want to look up 5 and 10 years later and we doing the same exact shit that we was doing then. I mean, and then we talk like, what I'm saying, here and I don't want to do that, but if you don't take control over your own life, over your own actions, the words that you speak and the way that you're flowing or not flowing, then guess what? It's exactly what you're doing. You're being stagnant. You're gonna be in the same spot. You might dress it up a little bit. Yeah, you might dress it down a little bit, but that's basically what it's gonna be. So yeah, we wanna make sure we're tapping in, and we're going into that mental, spiritual, physical, emotional house every day. And we're not bottling up things. We're not holding on to stuff that we don't need to hold on to because that stuff weighs us down. And it makes the journey, like harder than it needs to be. Yeah, so we're going to flow. And I want you to live your life because life is so freaking beautiful. It's all about your perspective and how you look at it. Even though it's equally chaotic and, disturbing at times, it's not like an uneven balance of one or the other though. I feel like, if you just want to be happy all the time or you want shit to go smooth all the time, you gotta be okay with shit not being smooth all the time. You gotta be okay with shit being sad sometimes and angry and all that. It's all a part of the game. It's all a part of the circle of life or the flow of life rather. Shit come and go, shit happens. But it's about how you respond to it and what it does to you. Is it going to hinder your growth from here on out? Is that one thing going to keep you from elevating, and reaching your highest potential? Or are you going to use that as fuel to push you into your higher season where you can inherit your abundance? Because believe it or not, our inherent abundance, which is if you know who you are, baby, you can never be broke. Your abundance is infinite. Listen to me. And you gotta know that and you gotta claim it and you gotta walk like so. I would like to speak on, and let me tell you before I even get into the little deets, when you come flow with me, baby, I am not telling you to eat everything I'm giving you. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's coming from me, baby, you can take what you need and leave the rest. Well, that is what I advise you to do. Take what you need and leave the rest. Because you should never just consume every single thing that something or somebody presents to you, anyways. I don't care if you're reading a regular book, if you are listening to somebody speak, or you're watching a movie, you're going to church, You reading the Bible, I don't give a fuck what it is. Like, take what you need and leave the rest. Because there's a lot of bullshit in the mix, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta know how to scan shit. And, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's useful. Bullshit. Useful bullshit. Like, you gotta know how to do that shit. And, tap it in. Yeah, so today I want to kind of get into some, and yes, my children, I got twins, two little girls, honey, and they run around and yell and scream and yell all day. And I used to be like, how the fuck am I going to record? You know what I'm saying? So I can never get a little privacy about it's, completely separate myself from them. Then my mom sensors are gonna be going off and I'm gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? So I'm not even gonna do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push through until they get back in until they start school. I put them in daycare, but baby, I need that 500 a month. You feel me? The bills don't stop, they keep going. Nah, for real. And we ain't trying to be out the door. We just not trying to be out the door, okay? Nah, they keep busting in the damn room. See, they try that shit. It's like as soon as you get good and whatever it is you're doing, this there they go. But you gotta love them. But yeah, like I said, it's gonna be real and raw. No scripted, nothing. Like I'm not scripting nothing. That takes too much energy, baby. So it's real and raw. Even when I come forth with my music, cause I'm gonna stream some of my music on here sometimes, and then y'all get the little um dips on the like the insiders and like me putting songs together and stuff. So yeah, y'all gonna get to flow with the guidance for a minute, for a cool little minute. But yeah, let's get into the day. So it's a beautiful day. Every day is a beautiful day to me. I don't give a fuck if it's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, Saturday. Like when I rise, open my eyes, it's time to shine. Like I don't care what's going on out there. I know what's going on over here. I control the atmosphere over here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to control the atmosphere wherever you are. You shift energy wherever you are. Whatever room you walk into, whatever ground you walk on is sacred because you are there. Know that, you know? So so I'm gonna go ahead and get into this hot topic right here. I kind of just scratched the surface with a post that I posted on Facebook. And if you want to follow me on there, it's the goddess Misha. Follow me on there. So basically, what I spoke on was how hmm, whew, they want us women. Okay, and when I say they, don't get your panties in a bunch. I'm talking about the ones that think they're running the show. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of different motherfuckers think they really running this shit, but you gotta really know what the fuck going on, know who really running this shit. You know what I'm saying? But the system that majority of us live in, unless you live off grid and you ain't tapped in no type of way, baby, you live in the system. If you working 9 to 5, in the system. If you paying rent, paying for water, paying for electricity, and paying for fake ass food, in the system. You know what I'm saying? If your children in public school, in the system. All of that is a part of the system. If you're using a banking systems or anything, it's a part of the system that was created. And I'm not even gonna say that the system is broken. I'm not gonna say that the system doesn't work. The system is very well planned. You know what I'm saying? Because for us, for the ones I ain't even gonna just call myself a consumer. That's why I got into entrepreneurship because baby, that's gonna be another story for another time. I'm gonna let y'all know about that, but I'm not just a consumer. But if you just a consumer, you got to get into business some way, shape, or form. Don't believe people when they say that shit too hard for you not to do. You know what I'm saying? Everything hard. Shit. Would you rather be just struggling, living paycheck to paycheck, or putting in overtime for yourself and your family and your legacy? You know what I'm saying? And even your community. and the universe in general because you just want to make a difference, you know. But back to what I was saying, I like to put little, you know, put shit together, connect dots, so you won't be so lost when I go talking. So it's like the system, they want us to be women. And see, a lot of men got in their feeling on my post. Well, not a lot of men, but a few. You know, some of us always want to play the blame game. Like when it comes to men and women, we want to point the finger at each other and say, "Oh, women ain't shit and men ain't shit." My thing is, we need to drop that because that's some childish ass, low vibrational ass, mental bondage type shit. Like you don't even know who you are, and you don't know who the one that you're pointing is are. But you could be sitting up there just talking, and going back and forth like that. But me being a woman, you know what I'm saying? Not that I'm just a woman, but me being a woman, I did speak on the way that they view us and how they viewed us for decades, eras even. You know, it's like they tried to take us off our throne. I say try, even though it looks like they completely did it. You know what I'm saying? I'll never give them that power because I know that my sisters, my goddesses, my queens, it's some of us that never left out them. But we didn't have to be loud about it. You know, we didn't have to be loud about it. We didn't have to go screaming to the world. We knew who we were. We had our own sovereignty. We knew who we were within ourselves. You know, but from back during the times when they tried to say we couldn't vote, we didn't have any rights, men were above us, and we were, like they tried to treat us like we were nothing. And then to the times where you had us herbalists and women who knew that she was the earth, you know what I'm saying, and had that connection to the earth that knew how to heal, that knew how to speak life, or speak death on different things and actually create different, potions and things. And they called it, witchcraft and stuff like that, even though it was just us using our natural God given abilities and um, stuff to heal with and stuff like that. But and then past that, then they said we got to a point where they called themselves said we want to be equal to men, which was not even the case. You know what I'm saying? It's not that ain't even the case, and I hate when people say that because it's like, what you really think we want to be equal with y'all? And even for the women who don't even know who they are, even if they did say something like that, that is not what they meant. What we meant was y'all gonna stop motherfucking playing with us. But since y'all were acting like parading around this little system that y'all created, you know what I'm saying? We couldn't really do too much or say too much. So they took that little shit that they were trying to give, like, oh, now you got equal rights, now you can work like a man, now you can be treated like a man, stuff like that. And it basically what we wanted was for y'all to stop fucking playing with our top, you know what I'm saying, with our crown. And stop playing with our seat. Cause we know who the fuck where the fuck we sit at. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with us. Um we don't want to be equal to men because one thing about it, a man has his own divine role, just like a woman has her own divine role. And I'm not talking about no cooking and cleaning and no taking out the trash and working for this system. What I'm talking about is a woman's divine role is she is the mother of civilization. She is the first mother. She is the nurturer. She is the healer. She is big OG grandmama wisdom. You know what I'm saying? She got that wise gene. And she She can nurture anything, you know, not even just children. She can nurture an idea, a business, and it'll prosper. She can nurture your mental, anything. At the same exact time, they had our men, or they got our men running around here thinking that hmm, they supposed to be working for a profit type shit, like you know, just working and providing for women, like monetary wise, and and then they demasculate them, not to go against anybody who just, you know what I'm saying, anybody who feels like they are who they are. Because you can be who you want to be. You are who you are. You know, capture them all like they playing fucking Pokemon Go, put them behind these walls and these cages and shit. Separate them from their family. You know what I'm saying? Put them in these crazy ass environments, overwork them, make them feel less than a man. Um, they try to make them women like actually. They try to destiny swap us and our men, you know, to keep us confused. Not to say anything against, you know, the trans community, but that still doesn't take away from the fact that, you know, they be doing what they be doing type shit. When we be just operating around here, then they have us in a rush 24/7, like you work, sleep, you know, take care of kids if you got any, pay all your motherfucking bills with the money that you working for. You know what I'm saying? Be weak as fuck on your off days, what they call it the weekend. Even if you ain't off on the weekend, you got 1, 2 days off, but you working like a motherfucking slave all the other days. And you working like a slave for another motherfucker that ain't finna give you shit. I don't give a fuck if you making $30 an hour. That ain't shit compared to the real cost of living. Do you know what the cost of living is? Yeah, you're right. I'm pretty sure your salary ain't nowhere near the cost of living per year as the bitch keep increasing. That's why entrepreneurship is the motherfucking go. The key. You know what I'm saying? That's how the motherfucking rich stay rich. Entrepreneurship. They get the business is for the money. They have make way for the money. Which is what we're supposed to be doing. And really this shit ain't nothing but a big business, a big corporation anyways, for the ones who don't know. You know, the United States type shit. It ain't nothing but a big ass corporation. Everything is business. So if everything over here is business, why the fuck would you not be in business? You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, actually be doing business instead of just always being the motherfucker on the other end of the stick, just buying and consuming everything. Cause doing that, you just doing whatever the fuck they want you to do. Now, when you become that business owner and you start making propositions and you start doing what you do, then you really get your ass on the board and you able to start moving and doing the shit that you need to do and making your dream life come true. That's really what you get for. You know what I'm saying? Make your dream life come true and some of us to combat these crazy ass energies that's and balance this shit out, you know, that's going on down here. But yeah. Because the real natural order is for the women to be who they are. You know what I'm saying? Big goddesses, big nurturers, healers, you know, all of that. Loyal to civilization. And for our men to be them big god bodies, gods, kings, you know what I'm saying? Providers, protectors. And when I say provider, I'm not talking about going to get the money and buying all the purses and the bags and shit. I'm talking about real providing is we living off grid, baby. Like we ain't in this system. We living off grid and we out here providing by helping chop this wood. You know, we got a fire at night or during the day when it's cold as fuck. We going to get this water. You know what I'm saying? We carrying these buckets of waters and shit back. We going out here foraging. We getting our food, fruits and vegetables and vegetables, herbs for when we're sick. You know what I'm saying? We're going fishing or whatever it is, doing all of these things. and protecting us from anything that comes against us and tries to harm us, because things do try to come harm the women in the physical, and our men step up for us. But a lot of times we really hold shit down now. But for real, we hold shit down more in the spiritual than in the physical. If you get what I mean. But yeah, like we're partners, and I'm so sick of the back and forth or going at each other's head like we just enemies. Like I love my men. I love y'all. Oh my goodness, like I love y'all. I never go against you. I might say what I say and have some biased opinions, but mostly I lean on a higher perspective for us, because it's our rise. You know, we not falling no more. We rise. We done fail. We done got the fuck up. Now we rise. You know. So yeah, lift your motherfucking head up and rule me how you supposed to. Let's rule. You know what I'm saying? This our shit. This our shit. Like let's get together and let's create some shit. Like come on now. Come on now. Let's lead. And all of us can be leaders. We never needed a fucking fuck this shit called where it's one ruler. Let's start with a D. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But we never needed that. But yeah, like let's rise, baby. Let's rise. And to my sisters out there, to my beautiful, beautiful women, I don't give a fuck what going on. I don't give a fuck if we ever had words. I don't give a fuck if you ever felt some type of way about me because you didn't know me. You know what I'm saying? Or you fuck the same that I fuck and anything like that. Rise up, guys. Rise up. Stir your motherfucking crown. Sit your ass on your motherfucking throne and handle motherfucking business. You know what I'm saying? Like real business. Like we ain't on that fighting shit. Like just trying to go tit for tat with a bitch, trying to be in competition with the next. No. We need our sisterhood back, real sisterhood. We need real community, real love back, and that's what I'm coming for. That's what I'm coming with. Like that's my whole fucking purpose is to breathe unconditional love back around this bitch. Like our community gotta be goddamn reconnected. You know what I'm saying? We lost our connection. We ain't even really lost it. We got tricked into that shit. But you gotta know where the real power is at. The real power lies with us. And the only way they be tricking us because we be in this little rat race in the system and we be doing shit every day, ritual type shit, and you don't think twice. That's why you gotta start doing a little shit differently so you can get out of alignment of what the fuck they want you on and get back in alignment with who the fuck you are. Remember who you are. Remember who you are, cause I am, and we're all connected, and you gotta know how to come and how to be out here, cause we can't be out here just doing shit to each other. You know what I'm saying? They already doing shit to us. You know how they sit back and laugh at this shit, and you know they be like, they don't even gotta do too much no more. Even though the veil done lifted and the truths being you know what I'm saying, different truths are being revealed. It's like people still stuck in them different ways, and people just don't want to move because they, you know what I'm saying. Some people scared. They don't know what the fuck to do. That's understandable, but you gotta let that fear go. One thing about it, baby, I let that fear go a long time ago when I realized what the fuck fear really means. When you realize what the fuck fear really means, you let that shit go. False evidence appearing real. You know what I'm saying? So let that shit the fuck go. They use that shit to control you. You know what I'm saying? Anybody trying to scare you, that shit is used to control. And on another scale, I'm gonna go deeper into that shit because a lot of the shit that they do to us, that shit goes so fucking deep, dog. Them motherfuckers so hell with it. They know that when you consume shit You raise children and you trying to teach them some shit. That's why we don't really supposed to get too caught up in trying to teach our children. Half of the time, the teaching really come from them if you really paying attention. We be trying to teach our children and raise them up so much that we don't even understand that they came to raise us, to help us raise our vibration. You know what I'm saying? Because they one of the most purest motherfucking souls to walk this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Innocent minds and shit. And that's why I say to reach the kingdom of heaven, you have to return to the mind of a child. Because children minds are not tainted. The adult minds are, because we the ones that be done went through the public schooling or the religion or whatever it is that done really tainted our minds, and just lived in this system. Because once you keep living in this system, I swear, if you pay attention to the shit that you do with your children, you will see that the same shit the system do to us, we turn around and do it to our children in a parent to child form. I promise you. And then once you start pinpointing that shit will disgust you, dog. That shit will fucking disgust you when you figure out that you literally doing this shit to your offspring, dog. So that's why we not here to teach our children. Life is gonna teach all of us. I swear to God, you ain't gonna miss shit. Every lesson that you need to learn is gonna be learned in your life. You don't gotta go to now academic school, now school. Just learn how to master self, and you will learn how to master everything else. Take what you need and leave the rest. Now I'm telling you, you ain't gotta eat everything on stand, but baby, we gonna flow over here. And I'm telling you, we coming. I'm bringing that love back. You know what I'm saying? That real, real love. And I don't too much do no hypocrites type shit. Cause I call myself, for one, I ain't even here to call nobody out. I speak on different actions and shit and things that is being done. I can't, who am I to call somebody out when we all done been weak before, we all done feel short before, we all got some type of crazy ass shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So who am I to talk about the next nigga out here? Like yo guys said, hey, everybody. I know y'all done heard this shit. But yeah, we gonna flow. Like it's just the ice, the tip of the it's just the tip of the top right here. I'm getting I'm getting used to this, but y'all definitely gonna be seeing more of me. It's the goddess Misha and it's flow with intentions. I cannot wait till I drop this music on y'all. Oh my god, y'all, I'm gonna go cook. Do you hear me? Cause I got something inside of me, and I'm ready to birth that shit. Nah, for real. On spiritual level, you don't even know baby or no type shit. If you know, you know. That's another thing that women, that shit fine. You birth all type of shit. But anyways, flowing and teaching y'all, live your life. Live your life. That beautiful ass shit you see in your dream, it's here. It's just waiting on you to get in alignment. You know what I'm saying? So you can receive it. Let's go. Let's flow. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay? All right, y'all. Peace.